Coming up, ODU's conversation with the City of Norfolk. Two medical facilities grow in size and hope for patients. And tough times bring hundreds out to Norfolk's Homeless Connect. These and many more stories from Lafayette to Little Creek on this edition of Norfolk News Now. Welcome to the October edition of Norfolk News Now. I'm Karen Parker Chesson with the Norfolk Police Department. Thanks for joining us. The City of Norfolk held another community conversation last month. This one was held at the Lamberts Point Community Center. Officials and police from the City of Norfolk and Old Dominion University were on hand to talk with folks from the Lamberts Point, Larchmont, Highland Park, and Kensington neighborhoods, as well as students from Old Dominion University about how to make their neighborhoods in Old Dominion a better place to live.
I think it's great because, by them doing this, going to community around, it gives the residents of the different communities a feeling that the city are hearing what they are asking and want to do. But in the same token, the city cannot do it by themselves. The residents got to help do it. Their eyes and ears got to give feedback to the police department and to the City of Norfolk.
Bring together the community so they can define what the community needs to be and how they want others to talk about their community in 5 years. And then how can they be part of creating that reality.
Norfolk Police later followed up with a brand new initiative called the Student Safety Consortium. MPD officers and the Crime Prevention Unit gathered with local university students to teach safety tips they can share with their fellow students back on campus. Lake Taylor Transitional Care Hospital focuses on transitioning patients to their eventual return home following an illness or surgery using skilled nurses and acute hospital care. Now there's a new rehab facility to help with that process. The nearly 30,000 square foot patient care addition connects to the existing rehabilitation therapy gym, with the idea of making it feel more like a home for patients and less like a hospital. The new addition features a variety of light colors, textures, and ceiling heights, as well as art pieces and outdoor views. Studies have shown this can promote calmness, comfort, and help the healing process.
We kind of asked ourselves, well, what would we want? Oh, we want bigger rooms, we want space, we want privacy, we want our own flat screen TV, we want our own bathroom, our own shower, our own internet access. We want to get a cup of coffee, we can go get it without bothering a nurse. And those are the kinds of things that we took into mind when we took on the project.
There's also energy-saving floor-to-ceiling skylights and sliding glass doors to make patient movement easier. The facility holds 30 semi-private rooms, each designed to accommodate 2 beds. If a patient wants a totally private room, the additional bed area may be turned into a family area. This is the first phase of the hospital's multi-year expansion and renovation project. Phase 2 involves renovation each of the existing patient care units throughout the decades-old complex. The St. Mary's Home for Disabled Children is often the only option for families struggling to care for children with significant disabilities. But what happens to those children when they enter adulthood? The answer is on the way. John Linka has more.
Have you ever stopped to think about the power of a shovel? Yes, of course, they can move dirt, but they can also change lives. Case in point, 18-year-old Colton Ward, born with cerebral palsy.
We were told when Colton was born that he would not see, hear, suck, swallow, and that we would not experience a lot of the memorable events that the average parents go through with their child.
Well, Colton basically said to those doctors, whatever, thanks to the care he's received throughout the past 4 years at St. Mary's Home for Disabled Children.
I've seen him participate in sports. He has played wheelchair volleyball, wheelchair soccer, and I even got to see my son in a tux and attend his first prom. A day I will never forget. He's even made honor roll, and he's even gotten in trouble, and I got a note home. I was so excited.
But with St. Mary's only currently caring for kids until they turn 21, what happens to folks like Colton after that?
I set out on a journey that not only broke my heart, but set me in a state of panic. There was no adult facility comparable to St. Mary's.
That will all change in the near future, thanks to these shovels. Some of the same shovels that broke ground on the original St. Mary's building still imprinted with the hands of St. Mary's kids. They're about to get another hand from Colton, Norfolk City leaders, and St. Mary's donors breaking ground on a new adult care wing at St. Mary's.
We will be able to care for 12 adults in private room accommodations here at St. Mary's and offer them the same level of excellent care that they have experienced here as children.
Named after donors Carl and Carol Albero, the 10,000 square foot Albero house will extend from the back of St. Mary's into this parking lot. The $3 million facility is expected to open in 2012.
And we congratulate them today on beginning a new phase which will meet the community needs to provide an option, a much needed option for long-term care for young adults with severe disabilities.
This is so much more than bricks and mortar. For our kids, it's a place where they can be all they can be. It's home. It gives us the opportunity to go to sleep at night and rest peacefully knowing that our kids are safe and they're being taken care of. This building is an answered prayer.
For Norfolk News Now, I'm John Linka.
St. Mary's was also the beneficiary of some elbow grease courtesy of city employees. Staffers took a few hours away from their regular duties to take part in the United Way's annual Day of Caring. Armed with gardening gear, nearly 24 workers headed to St. Mary's Home for Disabled Children. After a brief tour of the facility and the chance to meet with some of the children, city staff got to work pruning, landscaping, planting, and sprucing. The city's team was led in the effort by City Manager Marcus Jones. The city is proud of it, but it turns out the new Lamberts Point Community Center is capturing attention even outside the city limits. The Lamberts Point Community Center was recently recognized as the Virginia Recreation and Park Society's 2010 Best New Facility for populations of 150,000 or more. The center received the award for a number of reasons, including engaging the community during the planning and design process, incorporating environmental building standards, and innovative amenities like an outdoor adventure room and a rock wall. You can join this recreation center and any of the city's recreation facilities by getting a city recreation card. Just give them a call at 441-2400 to get the ball rolling. The city's Office to End Homelessness hosted the 11th Project Homeless Connect last month, and our one-man band reporter John Linka captured the story of triumph amidst the current economic tragedy.
They listen, they lead, they laugh. They are the volunteers of Project Homeless Connect.
Well, Project Homeless Connect is a one-day, one-stop shopping for persons who are experiencing homelessness in our community to have the opportunity to get medical services and dental services, have the opportunity to talk to a housing counselor, possibly even sign up for a housing program, employment programs, IDs, many of the things that take people weeks and weeks and weeks to get.
Twice each year since 2005, volunteers help guide hundreds of homeless clients through a smorgasbord of services in the bowels of Norfolk Scope. This year, more than 470 volunteers gave up their time to help. And while you may just see a lot of yellow shirts,
I see a lot of beautiful angels.
Stacy Story has been homeless for 6 years.
I've been in hotels living with people. I've been on lease before, possibly, but it wasn't a permanent situation.
This is her first Project Homeless Connect.
They really didn't have to wake up this morning and roll over and get into their little t-shirts to care. So that really touches my heart.
The volunteers here are happy to give their time to help out with Project Homeless Connect. And some of the volunteers were at one time homeless themselves.
I was homeless.
I was homeless for 4 years, so I used to be homeless.
Richard Freeman, Linda Smith, Johnny Driggins. All three used to be homeless.
I was sometimes sleeping in shelters, or I had to sleep outside, or, just find a way to be out of the cold.
All three have returned as volunteers.
And I promised myself and the Lord that when I got back on my feet, that I'll go out and help somebody else get back on their feet.
I keep coming back and helping out the homeless people because I know how they feel about being on the street and stuff, because I've been there myself.
And I used to always come here every year, every month that they had it. And because of them, I got my place. So somebody that I know had asked me if I would like to volunteer, and I said I would do it, you know, to give back.
It's really startling when someone that just this last January, I gave a hug to in line and said, it's going to be okay, we're going to figure it out. And this year, I'm hugging them as they come into the door to put their volunteer t-shirt on to say, what can I do? Because they already have their housing, they've already gotten their feet back on the ground. It's just so incredibly touching.
The idea of going from homeless to helper is not just reserved for these three.
I think there are 14 folks last year who came here who are no longer homeless.
Which is a big deal for those who have hope and want to finally have a home.
I've got a lot of friends that are still homeless that know I've been in their shoes, and they come and I help them out.
See, when you tell people where you came from, it's an encouragement to them that if you can come out, they can come out. And that's what they're looking for, some light that they can believe that they can come out of the situation that they're in. I'm letting them know that, yes, I was in the same place as you are right now. And I don't mind helping because at least I'm able to give back what they've done for me.
And there are a lot of people that leave out of our circumstance that don't remember, they don't want to look back. But it's a blessing that, you know, they didn't forget. And I thank God for that. And maybe next year I'll be able to come and volunteer myself.
For Norfolk News Now, I'm John Linka.
The semi-annual Project Homeless Connect events have provided goods and services to more than 4,000 people. When we come back, making way for a new Main Library, plus a competition that's all about being green, and let's be friends, how Facebook is helping you connect with your city.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Fred.
Rad! Hey pal, you want to pay attention to the road?
Relax, man, I got it.
Look, my man, if your bad driving gets me killed, you better hope you die too, or I will haunt you silly. And I'm not just gonna float over your bed like, woo! I'm gonna be making a more annoying noise, like, ah! And instead of wearing those long white robes, I think I'll wear something more form-fitting and upsetting. The other ghosts will look and be like, wow, we've never seen that before.
Welcome back to the Triple N. Norfolk's interim main library will be closing on November 1st. The interim library will shut down to allow for the construction of the new Colonel Samuel L. Slover Memorial Main Library. The new library is now in the final stages of the building design and planning phase. Groundbreaking for the Slover Library will be in early 2012, and it's scheduled to open in early 2014. Current downtown main library books and DVDs are being redistributed to neighborhood branches and the library administrative offices and service center. A portion of the Sargent Memorial Local History and Genealogy Collection will relocate temporarily to the Pretlow Anchor Branch Library in Ocean View. School is back in session for colleges and universities all across the country, and some local college students are putting classroom skills to work in the real world. The Triple N's John Linka has more from Old Dominion University.
This is Unit 6, an energy-efficient home sitting on the campus of Old Dominion University.
Well, the main design feature of our house is the porch that you see here, which can be used in warm weather and cold weather months with this retractable window that has been designed just for this house.
The architecture of this house draws inspiration from the arts and crafts style homes found throughout the neighborhoods of Norfolk. Unit 6 has earned one of just 19 spots in an international solar decathlon in late September on the National Mall in Washington, D.C.
The Solar Decathlon is a project organized by the Department of Energy and the National Renewable Energy Labs to display single-family houses that are sustainable and green and net zero energy use throughout the year.
It was built by Team Tidewater Virginia, made up of college engineering and architecture students from Hampton University and Old Dominion University.
Hampton University and Old Dominion University are extremely proud to represent this area, especially the Tidewater region, which is what we feel is like the heart of the state. The house is built in phases, and it came to us with just like the skin and bones, and we have dressed it up here at the site at ODU. So that process took about 4 days, putting the bones of the house together. But the other finished items have taken throughout the rest of the summer. So about 3 months of work here, day in and day out by the team members, student team members led by the faculty advisors.
And to get it from here to the Solar Decathlon in D.C., The students had to build the house, take it down,
and then build it again.
Yeah. Right.
We actually will have only about 6 days to put it together once we get to the mall.
The design of Unit 6 is focused on using technologies that achieve high performance at low cost. Team Tidewater will compete against other colleges and universities from throughout the U.S. and as far away as China and New Zealand. But what made Unit 6 good enough to be the lone representative from Virginia?
Here in the sun space is the main design feature of the house, which will act as a passive heating and cooling for the house with this retractable window, which you are able to enjoy this room as an outdoor space in the warm weather months. And with the window raised like it is now, this room will act as a heat sink with a thermal mass on the floor and phase change material that will store the heat during the day. And once it's cool, we'll release the heat back into the house through this retractable window, which will raise and lower actually at the push of a button. Into the kitchen, we have these clear story windows here, which allow a really nice breeze to come through from the front of the house on into the living room. The main design feature of this room is these large windows that are on the southern side of the house that allow lots of natural light and are super insulated not to bring in too much of the heat. The gray water system that we've used throughout the house, which takes all of the water from the kitchen and bathroom except for the toilet, will be run through pipes that are in these planters here. And the gray water pipes, you see through these holes, will filter through the planters, and the plants will act as a natural filtration system for the gray water tank, which will be stored at the end of the run. On the roof, we have about a 6 kilowatt solar array that will help to power the house, storing energy from the sun. And inside the house, we have some energy-saving bamboo and some low-energy use washer and dryer and other appliances.
After the competition, Unit 6 will return to Norfolk, where it will serve as a design studio shared by architecture and engineering students from both schools. For Norfolk News Now, I'm John Linka.
For more on the house or Team Tidewater, just log on to SolarDecathlon.gov and search Team Tidewater. Workers at the Moores Bridges Water Treatment Plant are using a greener and healthier way to get from point A to point B. They have replaced their golf carts with industrial tricycles. The staff have 5 of the trikes that help them get people and equipment around the water treatment campus. The tricycles can hold up to 800 pounds of tools, repair parts, motors, and rigging equipment in the back basket, unlike trucks, which require gas, or the golf carts, which require electricity. The trikes just require good old pedal power, saving money and adding a healthy boost to the workers who use them. To recycle or not to recycle, that is the question when it comes to what you can put in that big blue bin in Norfolk. Lucky for you, the Truffle Inn is here to help sort it all out.
I'm John Linka here on the campus of Keep Norfolk Beautiful at the lovely Ernie Morgan Center, and today we're talking all about recycling. What you can put in this recycling bin and what you cannot put in this recycling bin. Here to help us today, the lovely and talented Holly Christopher, Education Coordinator. Hi Holly, Education Coordinator for Keep Norfolk Beautiful. She's going to help us figure out what we can and cannot recycle in the city of Norfolk. Broomsticks, specifically wood in general. Can you put a broomstick or any type of wood in here?
Wood cannot be put into your recycling cart either. It's one of those items that has to be disposed of properly. If it can't fit into your trash cart, then you have to put it out for a bulk waste collection. So under no circumstances are we to put wood or construction debris into our recycling carts.
What about aluminum foil? Once you're done cooking and eating out of here, can you put this in a recycling bin?
So along with steel and tin cans, aluminum is also accepted in your recycling container in any shape or form. It can be pie plates or barbecuing material. It can be aluminum foil that's been used and balled up. And no, you don't have to run it through the dishwasher. You could put it on there with just a little bit of barbecue sauce, rinse it off, throw it in there. We are good to go.
How about yard waste? It's fall now and leaves and branches are falling a lot. Can they go in a recycling bin?
No. Yard waste can be recycled, it just can't go into your recycling cart. It's not one of the vendors. There is no vendor for Tidewater Fiber Recycles who's going to take your yard waste. At the moment, the city will accept your yard waste either bagged in clear plastic bags or cut and bundled appropriately, and they will collect that and take it to our locational drop-off site here over on Monticello Avenue. And then from there, it's taken by McGill Environmental Services up to Waverly, where it's composted for commercial purposes.
How about plastic? Specifically, wide-mouthed plastic containers. Can my wide-mouthed self put this in here?
There are lots of different plastics. Only 2 kinds can go into your recycling cart. This is not one of them. There are 7 different types of plastics, and currently there are only vendors through TFC Recycles who will take the plastic containers.
How about plastic bottles and jugs with a spout? Are they allowed to go in here?
The only type of plastics that can be put into your recycling cart are these. Anything with a spout. Any bottles or jugs with a spout. If it's not a bottle or jug and it doesn't have a spout, it's a no-go.
What about polystyrene, or what most of us know in English as styrofoam? Can this little guy go in here?
Polystyrene, which is also styrofoam, although it's made from the same material as plastic, it's both of those are made from petroleum. This is not something that there is a local vendor for in our region, so it's not accepted for recycling in our containers. We have to put that in with our trash as well.
All right, so let's see. We've got some magazines, catalogs. Ooh, utility bill. Ugh. What about unwanted mail? Can all this go in a recycling bin?
Since we're getting into the holiday season, we're going to be getting all kinds of catalogs and magazines. We're going to have tons of unwanted mail, envelopes left over from holiday cards. All of those, including the holiday cards, can go into your recycling container.
And of course, we have the ever-popular cardboard and paperboard. Notice they're both flat. Can flat cardboard and paperboard turn into flat recycled board?
Hey! We accept all cardboard for recycling. So you can put in the single layer, you can put in the corrugated, as long as they are flattened to save some space. And you can also put in anything else that's cardboard as well. You can put in 6-pack containers, you can put in tissue rolls, you can put anything that's cardboard into your recycling container. We love that.
But wait, there's more, as in electronics and shreddables.
Hello? Oh, that's right. This is no longer functional. This can also be recycled within the City of Norfolk for all residents and businesses that are on the city's Norfolk Waste Collection System. You can take these to 1176 Pine Ridge Road, that's in Norfolk's Industrial Park, Monday through Saturday from 10 to 2, basically anything with a cord. And because of popular demand, the City of Norfolk is now offering free document shredding services to all City of Norfolk residents. You can take in anywhere up to a paper bag full of sensitive documents to be shredded, and you can take them to 1195 Lance Road. For your convenience, they will be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And even though this bag is full of recyclables, this bag itself is not recyclable. Under no circumstances are you to put this in here.
For more Norfolk recycling tips and information, just log on to recyclerightnorfolk.org. For Norfolk News Now, I'm John Linka.
Your city wants you to be friends. The City of Norfolk has stepped onto the social media stage, launching a Facebook page and Twitter account. Building on our already successful website, Facebook and Twitter are 2 more tools to keep you informed and engaged. Hurricane Irene gave the city its first opportunity to put Facebook to work. During the storm, we saw hundreds of you friend us as we posted road closures, shelter information, and flooding maps to help you make the best decision for yourself and your family. Staffers posted video of our public safety personnel at work, and residents shared pictures which helped us visualize the scope of the storm. The sites are monitored regularly, so if you have a question about city events or services, log on and ask. Last month in Town Point Park, the City of Norfolk gathered on the 10th anniversary of the September 11th attacks as part of an all-day ceremony to remember and honor those who gave their lives that day and those who are giving their service to all of us each day of their lives.
Never before has silence said so much. Here at Town Point Park, on the 10th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, silence said, "We miss you."
Ready, 2, hey, fire.
It said, "Thank you." It said, "We'll never forget."
This is truly an extraordinarily significant day for our nation, a day of terrible events that have been seared into our collective and individual memories. a day that will forever be known for the largest and most destructive attack on civilians in our nation's history.
4 moments of silence mark the exact times that 4 hijacked airliners crashed into the World Trade Center, Pentagon, and a Pennsylvania field on September 11, 2001.
Today marks the 10th anniversary of those shocking attacks. To commemorate that national tragedy, the city of Norfolk is holding this day of healing and remembrance.
Forward, march!
To honor all who perished September 11, 2001.
This is awesome. It's actually awesome. Such a high price was paid that day, and we're just glad to be out here to see them being honored the way they are.
More than most, our city, Norfolk, has been at the center of the nation's response to September 11. So this memorial service also pays homage to the men and women of our military. At the same time, we honor our first responders and our law enforcement officers.
A chance to honor, remember, and teach.
My son's 9 and I was pregnant with him. We had just found out he was a little boy when 9/11 happened. My husband is a firefighter, and we are trying to explain the importance of what happened that day.
Throughout the ceremony, local choirs filled the park with music.
Patrick Adams.
While voices of volunteers filled the park with the names of each and every one.
David M. Beret.
Of the nearly 3,000 people who died on September 11th.
Jason David Kane.
As well as the names of the 17 sailors who lost their lives in the attack on the Norfolk-based USS Cole on October 12, 2000, including the son of Lou and Mona Gunn.
Sharon Lewis Gunn.
The Cole was on display and open for tours during the weekend of the ceremony. Inside its Hall of Heroes, 17 gold stars lined the floor representing the lives that were lost in this very hallway.
Before 9/11, it was a 10/12, and they all happened within 1 year. So I'm glad that I was here to honor the families of 9/11 because they felt that same pain that we did. So this is a joyful occasion, really.
Just down the street, the Norfolk Police and Fire Museum gave folks the chance to get an up-close view of artifacts in their 9/11 anniversary exhibit.
And the centerpiece of the September 11th anniversary exhibit, a 100-pound piece of steel from the World Trade Center.
Chills run up and down. Yeah, it's a very moving experience to know so many people lost their lives and so many heroes sprung from the event. This is close to the actual scene as I've been.
As hands touched the solid World Trade Center steel, the feeling at Town Point Park was just as solid.
From the mountains.
We rebuild when we're not going anywhere, and we're going to come back each time.
The buildings came down, but the people, our citizens, stood tall. And we knew in our hearts that we'd come back from this attack. We've always come back. We've always prevailed. It's who we are. We're Americans. We always come back.
God bless America, my home, sweet home.
For Norfolk News Now, I'm John Linka.
Well, that wraps up the October edition of Norfolk News Now on the Triple N. Thanks for watching Norfolk's Neighborhood Network for all things Norfolk. I'm Karen Parker Chesson with the Norfolk Police Department. Take care of yourself and your city and celebrate life daily.